point, I see 4 zeros in scientific notation. So we have to move the decimal point after the last non-zero digit. 9.11 times 10 is a small number, so the power has to be negative 5. Good. Any questions? Good. Perfect. Any question on this one in scientific notation? Okay, the same thing. Do not put in zeros. I put zeros because I want to move on. Find the greatest common factor. Do we have any problems with the greatest common factor? Any questions? Let me know. Find the greatest common factor, the same thing. Yes, no? Factor the greatest common factor. So here we only have 3. There's nothing else. No, actually just 2. 4. Okay. Factor the expression by grouping, yes or no? Let me know. We can go back.
Can you actually go back to, oh, I don't think you can. Wait. Sorry. It's okay.
So the factoring by grouping, so in the notes, let me show you where we had factoring by grouping. This was factoring by grouping. You cover up these two, you factor from the first two, you get the same, and you copy. That was the factoring by grouping. Sorry about that. I'm sure we may find another. I'm almost sure. Okay. Okay, do we need to factor this? Okay. It's not prime. Do we need to factor this?
You go over this one, please.
Of course. So we have a squared minus 9a, I'm going to replace it with x, minus 10x squared. Perfect. Good. So here, it's in ascending order based on a. If you want to change it, you can replace it, rearrange it based on x. It doesn't matter because we have 2 variables. So let's say a is more important to us, so we arranged it based on a. It's not a perfect square because this is not a perfect square. 1 is the leading coefficient, so we need to determine 2 numbers whose product is negative 10 and whose sum is negative 9 because the leading coefficient is 1. So we look at the product, so we think that since the product is negative, we need a positive and a negative. So this would be a negative 10 and positive 1. So that's all we need. So a minus 10, x, and a plus 1, x. It always takes 5 seconds to verify. A squared, positive ax minus 10ax, negative 10x times x. Very good. Good, I think that is okay. And the next one. So let's see if we need to work on this. you're getting a different test, I will definitely review this. I will remove it because I don't want it to, no matter what grade you get, I will remove this exercise, this assignment, because I don't want it to mess up your grade, your overall grade in Pearson or Canvas. Okay, so I will unassign it. Okay, so
We'll be doing that.
at the end of the week, I will unassign it. So work on it and review it in preparation for the test, but it will be removed so it does not mess up your overall grade. So I'm sorry, did we say we want to work on this one or not?
You go over this one as well, please.
Sure. Negative 56x to the third y minus 21xy squared. So first of all, we have to factor out the greatest common factor and the negative leading coefficient. So 21 is 3 and 7. 56 is 7 times 8. So only 7 is the greatest common factor. Then we have xy. Y just x because the lowest power is x, power 1, and yy because the lowest power is y. So now we have x squared, and we have positive 3y. So we check. Negative 56, copy the base, add the exponents. Negative 21, copy the base, add the exponents. And this is it. Nobody can do anything else to it. Any questions on this? Okay, let's see what else is here. Factor the trinomial. We had plenty of exercises, but if you want to factor this one, please let me know. Okay. Same idea. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know.
Can I tell you this one also, please?
Of course. So a negative 18x squared plus 10x minus 4x cubed. So first of all, this is a trinomial, but it's not in descending order. And that's the first thing I need to do. Negative 4x to the third minus 18x squared plus 10x. That's the first step. Then I realized that it has negative 2x as common factors. The greatest common factor is 2x, but the leading coefficient is negative, and I have to pull out the negative sign as well. Good. So then I have 2x squared, and then I have positive 9x, and then I have negative 5. We check this times this, indeed. This times this, yes. This times this, yes. Now, I have to continue factoring this. It's not a special product. And the leading coefficient is not 1. So I need two numbers whose product is negative 10 and whose sum that never changes is 9. The thinking process, the next step is the product is negative, the sum is positive, one has to be positive, one has to be negative. Okay, so I agree with 10 and negative 1. But at this point, I have a negative 2x outside. I will be using brackets because I have to rewrite the 9x using these numbers. Positive 10x minus x minus 5. And this is factoring by grouping. I have to factor out what from the first two? What do we factor out from the first two? Yes, 2x. So then we have x plus 5. If I don't copy x plus 5, I may get confused. I may come up with who knows what. Now I will uncover it. I need a factor and a sign. Mandatory sign and factor, or factor and sign. Mandatory, both. So it's -1. So then we have negative 2x, and we have x plus 5, and we have 2x minus 1. And this is the complete factorization of the given polynomial. A lot of work in this problem. I agree. Okay, same thing. Oh no. Let me know. Yes, no?
No.
Okay. Yes, no?
I actually wrote this one too.
Very good. Y to the 8th minus 1. It's a binomial. It's in descending order. No greatest common factor, la la la. Special product, yes. Y to the 4th plus 1. Y to the 4th minus 1. This squared is this. This squared is this. So this is the difference of squares. But now, this is not factorable, but this is. So I have to continue. So y to the 4th plus 1, and this is again y squared plus 1 and y squared minus 1. Not factorable, but this is. So I have to continue. Y to the 4th plus 1, y squared plus 1, y plus 1, y minus 1. And this is it. Any questions? Okay. Okay. So let's work on this one. Allow me to change the R and J to X and Y. This is a good one. 24x to the 3rd plus 81y to the 3rd. So if you do not factor out the greatest common factor, most probably you will not be able to factor this. So the greatest common factor is 3. So we have 8x to the 3rd plus 27y to the 3rd. It's the only way to realize that this is a sum of cubes, which is a binomial times a trinomial. And remember, this is very important to establish the signs first, because you may mess it up if you don't. So positive, negative, and positive, we don't even talk about the last one. And now, which term cubed is this? Well, it's 2x. Which term cubed is that? Is 3y. The rest is a piece of cake now. This squared, and this product. Any questions?
I almost messed this one up on the test, but I rechecked my pluses and minuses and fixed it.
Good. They always address the sequence of signs first. Good. Oh. Same thing. Oh. I just want to see what else is in here. So this is just factoring the greatest common factor. There is nothing else. This is a difference of cubes. Let me know if you need to look at this. Difference of squares, but you have to factor out the -1 first. Very important. Okay, no problem here. The sum is negative. The sum is 5, and the product is -36. Same thing here. Let me know if you want me to stop at any of these. I just want to see the rest because we have 5 minutes left, and I want like to see if there is anything else interesting that we haven't looked at. The same thing, factoring by grouping. It's already grouped. Okay, so let's work on this one. So we have 8x minus 7 everything squared plus x times 3 times x, 8x minus 7 and times 9. Okay, I don't know why they say this. It's not a big deal, really. But anyway. So notice the following. That we have 8x minus 7 everything squared, but here I have to multiply. So this is 27x and 8x minus 7. I realize that there is a common factor here, but the power has to be the smallest because this is power 1 and this is power 2. So I will factor out 8x minus 7. There is 1 left over, 8x minus 7, and this is gone. So this is plus 27x. And this is it. I just have to combine my terms. So 8x minus 7, and this is 35x minus 7. And yes, I could factor out a 7 here. Outside in front. So this is just a factor. Do I have to factor? No. You can expand and then distribute, and you're going to get to the same thing. But this is much nicer and easier if you factor first. Because it may ask you at the end, okay, now factor. And all of a sudden you have a huge expression, you don't know what to do with it. So this is a better setup by factoring. Okay, we know that. We know this, how to solve using the zero product principle. Zero product principle again. Okay, so we are asked to solve this equation. So I just want to show you. So negative 16t squared plus 80t plus 40 equals 104. So of course we have to move 104 to the other side. So negative 16t squared plus 80t minus 64 equals 0. Of course, I will clean it up, as I like to say. I will divide both sides by negative 16. Absolutely, immediately. So I get t squared, I get minus 5t, and I get plus 4. And look at this. But you have to clean it up. Otherwise, it becomes a different situation. Find 3 consecutive even integers such that the product of the first and the third is 140. You don't have to worry about this. We haven't looked at a problem like that before. Oh no. Just remind me on Thursday, I'll show you. You don't have a problem like this. Use a given area for the dimensions of the equation. So base times height. So you have 2x plus 5, I'm sorry, 2x plus 9 and 2x minus 9 set equal to 115. Base times height equals 115. Okay, I'll come back. I copied it. I just want to use the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, so we're going to look at that too. Okay, so of course what you have here is 4x squared minus 81 minus 115 equals 0. And you'll combine like terms and try to simplify and then factor. That's no big deal. But I want to talk just for a minute about the quadratic formula, and then I'll stop. So I know we say a squared plus b squared equals c squared. That means nothing, really. All you have to say is 1 leg squared plus the second leg squared, they are called legs because they form the 90-degree angle, equals the hypotenuse squared. That makes sense. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. The sum of the squares of the legs equals the hypotenuse squared. Okay, so what we have here is we have 2x everything squared plus 2x minus 3 everything squared equals 15 squared. So this is 4x squared plus the first term squared minus 2 times the first times the second plus the second term squared, and this is 225 minus 225 equals 0. And take it from here. Combine like terms and solve the equation. Any questions?